tool here, and that lets you save. Look here.
True Form Life.
Green look on.
Welcome to another show of Exploring Mind and Body. I'm your host, Drew Tadia, fitness expert. Coming up on today's show, how to get the most out of your time at the gym, another quick session of Eat This, Not That, and some easy adjustments you can make for better sleeping habits. All that and so much more coming up on...
This is Exploring Mind and Body with True Form's Drew Tadia, fitness expert on 96.5 CKFM.
This segment is sponsored by the CLC Fitness Center. All right, in this segment, we're going to talk about how to get the most out of your gym experience. Change before you go to the gym. Be careful as to how much time you're spending in the change room. At the beginning of your workout, you can avoid the change room altogether if you change beforehand. Sometimes we get caught up in local gossip. Of course, there's the mirror we're always unhappy with, the scale, and Chatty Cathy that always seems to have nothing to do but talk. Do fewer reps. You don't always have to stay within the 12 to 15 rep range, which is recommended for those who want to sculpt and tone. Pick up a heavier weight or bend, do less reps, and get the same benefits by spending less time. Plan ahead the night before you go to the gym by packing everything you need that's quickly accessible. Whether it's a protein shake, bars, or snacks, put them in one place so you can grab them and go. Could be the fridge or the cupboard. Pack your clothes the night beforehand. Leave them in a bag next to the door. And don't forget to plan your program. Get the most out of your limited time by knowing your routine so you don't waste time wondering what the next station is. Always use proper form. You get much more out of less reps in proper form than you do with a bunch of reps in faltered form. I always tell our members as soon as your form falters, it's time to take a break and get back into it when you're ready. Keep socializing to a minimum. This is for those people who want to get in and out. It's different for those that actually go to the gym to socialize. If you're serious about getting in and out, keep moving and keep your intensity up. Don't stop and catch your breath to have a conversation. If you keep moving and aren't wasting time between sets, people won't have a chance to cut in and tell you their biggest life problems. Along the same lines, wear a headphone while working out. Most people won't approach someone who's wearing headphones. And if you know someone or usually talk to someone, say hello politely and keep moving. If they persist, before they get into a long story, tell them you're trying to get a quick workout in before your meeting. Keep things fresh and new with those headphones. Continually find new songs to keep you moving at a high intensity for your entire workout. Although books or TV may be good to pass time, they often distract you. Try to keep these to a minimum when you're at the gym. The previous tip, wear headphones, is probably the best thing you can do to keep occupied and moving while exercising. More gym tips coming up later on the show.
True Form Life.
This segment is sponsored by Riviera Massage and Day Spa.
Book of the Week.
This week's book of the week is called The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, a book that changes lives by Dan Millman. I'm listening to this book right now. It's one of the few books that I can read and listen to over and over again without getting bored of it. It seems like every time I pick it up, I learn something new. So the subtitle is A Book That Changes Lives, and I really believe in that. The testimonials are incredible that I've read about this book, and I believe it because it's personally changed my life. And I've been thanked many times for recommending this book because of the positive effects it has on lives. This book is about Dan Millman growing up and how he found a mentor and what this mentor taught him. I think we're all looking for some kind of mentor, someone to help us out, someone to teach us things or push us in the direction we know we should be going. That's why I feel this book is important and could affect each one of us. I really feel that this is an inspirational read and that we all can learn something from it. So I encourage you to check it out. Again, that's Way of the Peaceful Warrior, a book that changes lives by Dan Millman.
True Form Life.
This segment brought to you by Health Street.
Recipe of the Week.
All right, this week's recipe of the week is Rick's Rockin' Hummus. I stopped by Health Street the other day and sampled some of this myself, and it's fantastic, so I thought I'd share it with everyone. I'm going to run down the list of ingredients so you can make it yourself at home. We're going to start off with 2 cans of garbanzo beans, and these are basically chickpeas. 6 cloves of crushed garlic, 60 milliliters of tahini, 75 milliliters of Greek yogurt, 30 milliliters of olive oil, 1 lemon freshly squeezed, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and a half a teaspoon of paprika. Then you're going to add in salt and pepper for taste. Throw that all together in a food processor and blend until smooth. This makes roughly 4 cups. So next time you're in the mood for a healthy snack, try some of your own Rick's Rockin' Hummus. All right, today on Real People, Real Results, one of our members, Chantel, has joined us. Chantel's one of the most fit members we have. She's pretty shy, so I don't want to embarrass her too much. She really looks incredible, and she gains strength as each class goes by. So I wanted to interview her because I wanted to show you the variety we have within our class members. So here's our interview.
Time now for Real People, Real Results.
Okay, Chantel, thanks very much for joining us to another edition of Exploring Mind and Body with Real People, Real Results. Can you start off with telling us a little about yourself?
I am married for 4 years, live just outside of Didsbury on an acreage, and no kids, but I do have a dog and a cat.
And what do you do?
I work at Kids Matter to us daycare for, well, I guess since I was 16.
So you're one of our members of our class. So why don't you tell us about how you decided to join us?
I guess it was through a work decision to build teamwork, but it was also just for general health.
Okay, did you have any exercise experience beforehand or before you joined our class?
No.
This is the first time you've exercised?
First time in an exercise program.
So how often are you exercising with us?
Twice a week.
Being a wife and a full-time employee, how are you able to find time?
Yes, I just make myself go out for an hour twice a week. Otherwise, I'll just sit at home doing nothing. So I make myself go out.
All right, well, what motivates you to keep coming back?
Just feeling healthy and feeling good about myself makes me want to go back.
What results have you found since you've been working with us?
I've lost about 7 pounds since we started. So I'm back to my weight when I was married and about a half an inch, I believe, and more muscle.
Okay, and have you noticed anything in the classes, like you're getting stronger or in better shape? Anything like that?
Better shape, I guess. Before I started, I used to do maybe 6 push-ups, and now I do about 30.
That's great. Mm-hmm. Have you changed anything with nutrition, and how has that affected your life?
Probably just drink less pop. If we go out to eat, just eat more the chicken and not deep-fried foods. Same with at home. Cook anything from scratch.
Have you noticed anything in your mood or energy level?
Energy level is up a bit.
So are you living a healthier lifestyle outside of class?
Yes.
And how is your support at home?
Pretty good. My husband's pretty good at trying new things. If he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it, but he'll try it.
Has exercise helped with your job?
Yes, I have more energy to work through the day, especially with kids. They tire you out pretty good, so.
Do you have any goals you want to share with us?
I guess just to stay as fit as I am or get more fit, stay the weight I am, try to keep eating healthy.
So just to maintain where you're at?
Sure.
And do you have a message for the listeners? Anyone that's thinking about joining? Anyone that's thinking about living a healthier lifestyle?
I'd have to say, even if you don't want to lose any weight, that it's nice to just get out and feel good about yourself. Yeah, just for strength-wise or just your general health.
All right, Chantel, that's all we have. Thanks very much for joining us for Real People, Real Results.
That was Real People, Real Results. Now, back to the show.
I have 8 quick sleep tips for you. First one is create a healthy sleep cycle, meaning getting up at the same time and going to bed at the same time. This is going to help us get into a routine, and before long, we're going to automatically get up at that time and start getting tired at that same time. Don't stay in bed for more than 20 minutes awake. If you're trying to sleep and can't fall asleep, grab a book or do something else relaxing and come back to bed. Laying in bed awake is just forming that habit. Only use the bedroom to sleep. Don't do any work on your bed. Don't watch TV on your bed. Again, this is forming bad habits. Create a calm atmosphere, which means have a low level of light, have a low level of sound, and prepare quietly before bedtime. Use dim lights if you need to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Some of us have problems getting back to sleep. Some of that has to do with bright lights when you turn on the bathroom light, so a better option would be to use a hallway light. Stay away from stimulating substances before bed, like caffeine, alcohol, or sugar. Don't exercise 2 hours before bed. This tip isn't for everyone, but if you're having trouble sleeping and you are exercising before bedtime, you might want to think about it. A lot of times, exercise is a great way to wake up and get more energy. We want to do the opposite when going to bed. And last one is find a relaxing transition between day and night. And all that means is do something more relaxing when you know it's time for bed. It might be have a bath, it might be grab a book, but just do something so there's a transition that you know the day is over and it's time to head for bed.
True Form Life.
This segment is brought to you by Shoppers Drug Mart. I'm going to run through a quick segment on Eat This, Not That. We're going to start off with sour cream. Instead of sour cream, try Greek yogurt and chives. Make small adjustments like going from whole milk to 1% milk. Avoid high sodium canned soup by making your own. And avoid those fatty sausages and try some ground turkey or ground chicken. So next time you're at home thinking, what should I eat? Try this, not that.
Trueform Life.
Now back to gym tips brought to you by CLC Fitness Center. Avoid interruptions. If you work hard enough, you can get your resistance training and cardio in at the same time. A couple ways to do this is a superset. Superset is going from one station to the next and back without a break. For example, if you're doing bicep curls, you go straight to dips. Back to bicep curls, and then dips. That's a superset. Then, of course, there's circuit training. This is a combination of various exercises to keep you moving, your heart rate up, and not take breaks. You keep moving from one station to the next until you're done your workout. I'd like to read out a few tips on how to stay germ-free in the gym. Wash your hands with hot, soapy water before you leave the change room, both coming and going. Always be sure to bring your own towel to wipe off your sweat. If you're using a mat, you may want to either bring your own or remember to clean the gym mat before and after use. Bring a separate towel to place in between you and the bench you're sitting on. And try not to wipe your face with this towel. That's why it's separate. You don't know what's in the cleaners the gym uses. You could be allergic to it, or it could be filled with toxins you don't want on your body. Toxins or not, some sweaty people don't bother to wipe down equipment before or after use. So remember to do it yourself. Who wants to be lying around in someone else's sweat? You may want to think about antifungal powder in your shoes or synthetic socks. Nowadays, we have all kinds of breathe easy socks that help your feet stay dry and the moisture out. If your feet do sweat quite a bit, don't let your wet shoes sit in your gym bag. This is a bad idea for fungus and smell. And finally, if you're showering at the gym, be sure to wear flip-flops. Athlete's foot is a prime renter in gym showers. Wear flip-flops and dry your feet well before you put them in your socks and shoes.
Trueform Life.
Just a reminder to check out Refine Clothing and Decor for Refine Fashion Show tickets. They're almost out. This is going to be a great show. We're going to be there. We're going to have some members wearing T-shirts, doing a quick workout. There's all kinds of door prizes. This is going to take place at Beam Brokers, and you can also find tickets there. So go in and see if there's any tickets left. And a quick reminder of our fitness classes. They're being held at the Horizon School, right next to Olds Elementary School, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3:45 and 7:30 p.m. We're also running classes in Didsbury at the Redeemer Lutheran Church at 7 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday. That's all we got. In health and fitness for a better world, I'm Drew Tadia.
You've been listening to Exploring Mind and Body with Trueform's Drew Tadia, fitness expert. For more on Trueform's Drew Tadia, visit trueformlife.com or call 403-510-4915. Trueform's programming would not be possible without the support of GDK Gravel, serving Mountain View County. Call them today at 1-877-335-2091.